Hello, hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter World. So I have to remember where we are. And please don't mind my freaking outfit. Right now it is the best armor that I can actually get until I get to a point where I can start grinding again. And luckily I did unlock my first pendant, which this thing is gonna probably distract me a lot, just the way that it looks. All the Halloween stuff is actually very ugly. I'm actually kind of disappointed. So sorry for anybody that actually likes these outfits. I do not like them at all. I think they're pretty tacky. But anyways, we have to speak with the Third Fleet Master.
Now is the time.
Are you ready to descend into the depths of the Rotten Vale? I mean, I guess so. Alright, first we'll see if we can spot Zora Magdaros' trail from the air. If we find anything promising, we'll look for a safe place to drop you two off. Well then, off we go. So, I do not like the Rotten Vale. I did stop and do some optional quests. I did the Wyvern Egg quest. I was actually kind of upset because I actually got the environmental thing to trigger, and I washed a Rathian down a ledge, which was really awesome. Ooh. I have hidden my head armor, just because.
It's breathtaking.
I can't even see your face. There we go.
Who knows?
Those are the things that start falling from the sky.
They look so free. So, what's the bottom of the veil like?
I could not say. Though we have learned much, what we have are mere facts, and not a single clue to what truth they add up to.
We know Zora Magdaros is heading there, but why?
The world is full of mysteries to consume us.
Yeah, and delicious mysteries to consume.
She's cute. Oh yes, let me just
Hey,
dial my
I think I
rose.
found something.
Let's set her down. Or not. As I thought.
Is this the effuvium or whatever they call it? Oh my. Legiana. Oh my gosh.
We have disturbed its hunting grounds. We should regroup.
Okay, so I knew eventually we were gonna have to fight Legiana. I just didn't know we'd have to do it before we got down into the Rotten Vale. So much for making it down. That loathsome monster is known as Legiana. It rules over all other monsters in these skies. So long as it's out there hunting, we won't be able to reach the base of the Rotten Vale. Oh, I'd almost forgotten that you're a hunter. I suppose it wouldn't be too much trouble to ask you to hunt the Legiana before we get knocked out of the sky again. Well, I suppose not. So, I've run into a Legiana before, but I don't know where I would get that information, because this is the resource center? Okay. So, I've got nothing I need to complete here, because I already did all that. Let's see if I have anything in my hunter's notes for large monsters. Large monsters field guide. Legiana. Physiology. Okay, so nothing for longsword, of course. Thunder is its main weakness, with fire being another thing. It's immune to ice. So I don't really have anything that's super strong as far as thunder, but I do have fire on my side, so we'll go ahead and do that. That was Legiana, you remember it from before, right? It's the same monster that knocked us into the Vale. And the same monster responsible for downing the 3rd Fleet's airship all those years ago. Unless we take it down, we'll never get the research base down to the base of the Rotten Vale. And I just hate the word never, don't you? Come on, let's take out that Legiana. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and do the assigned. We are going to go ahead and do that. Now, as you can see, we are now on 5-star quests. So, we're making progress. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to go ahead and depart. Well, no. Depart now. But I was playing the beta last night. I've been playing the beta for Monster Hunter Wilds for about 2 days. Really good. I've actually enjoyed it.
We need to clear the way so we can fly down to the base of the Rotten Vale.
Mm-hmm.
The airship will get knocked out of the sky if we don't do something about that monster.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Witcha! Anyways, I have actually really liked, really liked the beta actually so far. I know that a lot of people said that they were having issues with it as far as like low polygons or just like corrupted thingies. I honestly have not had an issue with it, strangely enough. Like, I don't know, connectivity, I managed to stay connected the entire time, didn't really have any issues with that. Freaking, as far as like multiplayer functioned just fine. Occasionally there was an issue with like, I don't know how else to put it, but occasionally there was an issue with like monsters teleporting. Like, I did have a little bit of lag, but it really wasn't anything that was so severe that it made the game unplayable. So, the issues that other people were having for PC, I just really didn't have that. Don't even begin to ask me, like, what sort of, like, processing power I have and all that. I have no fucking idea. I bought a pre-built PC for about $1,800, probably about 2 years ago. And then once I paid it off, I was just like, okay, as long as it can play my games, then that's all I care about. So as far as, like, knowing what I have, I probably should know. I'd probably be able to look it up on Skytech, since that's who I got it through, but honestly, like I said, I have no freaking clue. I have no freaking idea. Same as, I don't have any freaking idea where this Legiana is. Hey, do one of you guys want to join me? And come with me? Alright. Because I have yet to find any tracks for Legiana, like, owl. So, nice crops, though. I'll take all that I can get. I know that I need, nice Dragonite ore. I know I need, like, Small Bones Plus so that I can get my Rathalos armor, but I also know that that's gonna take some time. There's all these wigglers. I probably should have taken more time to capture some of those, but actually, I could probably do that now. Since I have time. I know it's probably gonna frustrate some people, but hey, decorating my room's important. Oh, never mind. Fine, we'll do it later. And then I'll get frustrated when I'm trying to shoot something with my slinger stuff and then I'm just throwing a net at it like an idiot. I haven't seen... Okay, there's Palumu. I haven't found anything for Legiana yet. I mean, hopefully I would, but... But yeah, no, the beta was really nice. I'm trying to find ways to say things without going into any, like, spoilers, obviously. I did record it, and while I was recording it, there were a few things I did not do. I didn't fight the Apex monster while recording. I went ahead and did that yesterday. There were some things I kind of just wanted to leave by itself. I didn't really feel like showcasing that. That was just a personal choice. Because I could have added it. I could have just done one big, long video on the demo. But I felt like showcasing the, first story mission and then some of the free play was what was more important. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I forgot you don't pick up, freaking toads in this. Where is Legiana? Where would they even be? I wish I would have run into them before. There's CD Yaku, which is fine and everything, but I don't want CD Yaku. I'm not even interested in CD Yaku. Because I already got the hide that I needed. Okay, they're coming over this way. So if they're fleeing this way, maybe. Just maybe. Because like I said, Legiana has to be somewhere. Maybe I'll just travel to this camp and see how it goes. Hopefully that's not our actual main camp, is it? No. Okay. Maybe we'll have better luck. And this is how you catch multiple wigglers. Oh, man. There we go. That's what we want. That is what we want. I should have just done that from the get-go. There we go. Those are old. The scratch marks will be it, too. But yeah, as far as like the beta goes, I like that they showed off only new monsters, that they didn't really put any old monsters in there. I feel like they showed off just enough. The thing is I feel like betas and stuff, you wouldn't want them to showcase too much because you want to still have like the element of surprise. So I actually like that they kind of kept the content limited, but the thing is like some of my friends, you know, they really want to play this game like over and over and over, like the beta. And here's the thing, after a while, I'm kind of tired of the beta, because like I said, there's really not that much to do. I mean, I'm happy to help my friends in their hunts, and be like, oh yeah, no, this monster's pretty cool, and it does A, B, C, D, E. You know, that is kind of neat, all things considered. I wonder if I can, like, latch onto one of those things, because they look really neat. No, they're too high up. They put them, like, just out of reach. Legiana's flying overhead. Come here. Yeah! There we go. But yeah, like, I mean, I don't have issues, like, helping my friends or anything with that sort of thing. Whoa. Suddenly I'm... Ugh. Anyways. So yeah, I don't have any issues with that. It's just, it is one of those things. What is it doing? For a minute I thought, like, it was eating the, I thought it was eating the crystals, and I was like, what is that? Like, what does that do?
You've been hit with ice blight. It's gonna make you eat right through your stamina if you don't do something about it.
Well, I can't really do too much about it anyways. Oh, I forgot to eat. I'm such a fucking idiot. I forgot all about that. That's like the main thing. How could I forget? Well, at least if I cart, I'll eat. I'm not too worried about it. I feel like carting doesn't have... I mean, it obviously has consequence, but I'm kind of at that point where I don't mind if I cart once or twice. So, I do want to make sure that I am healing up though. Oh yeah, I forgot if you run completely out of stamina. Ugh. Let's see what I got here. I have Trank Bombs, I have Mulberry? There we go. Good enough for me. Whoa, is my sharpness really that bad, or is their claws just that sharp? But yeah, I honestly, like I said, I feel like they showed just enough for the beta. I am hoping that... I kind of wish they would do something kind of like Voice of Cards, where the demo or the beta is kind of like its own thing. It's kind of like a prequel set of events that kind of sets up the full game, and so you have like that extra bit of lore if you bother to play the beta. But I understand that that would be excluding some people from stuff, and then that might not be worth it to do, because you don't want to isolate your players. So like, I get it, I do. It's just, it is one of those things where, like, I personally probably would have done it a little bit different in that regard. Come on over here. There you go. But again, that's just me. I like stuff like that. Like I said, multiplayer was actually okay. They do show off how the, they do crossplay for the beta, because obviously the game is going to be full crossplay, which I really wish this game was too. And why they weren't able to do that, I'm not really sure. I'm not... The reasoning behind that kind of like eludes me. Let's see. Let's see. Whoa. Come on. There were a couple things that I noticed about the beta, as far as like how it differs from World, and how I think it's actually going to be really, really nice as long as they kind of keep things pretty normal. For one, I am really hoping, really hoping that they kind of turn off all this freaking stun locking that happens in World. So I honestly didn't notice that. Pay with money, chef's choice. There we go. I honestly didn't notice that there was any stun locking in the beta when I was fighting monsters, and honestly, you just don't know how amazing that is until you actually just don't have to fucking deal with something like that. But yeah, it's actually really nice when you don't have to deal with just silly stuff, like all the stun locking, all the getting caught in tight places. Like, honestly, that was never a concern in the beta. I don't know if that's something that they're gonna add later, where if you get hit too hard, obviously the monsters are gonna stun lock you, but that was like one of the biggest complaints that I heard when it came to Monster Hunter World, was all the stun locking. So, you know, I would hope that that was taken into consideration and maybe was something that they kind of like cut down on. And maybe, you know, like I said, maybe they just kind of turned it off for the beta, because there was definitely some times that I got hit and I was like, oh crap, you know, I'm gonna get stun locked. But then it just never freaking happened. There we go. Thank you. Also, I think that the beta really showcased really well just the various environmental effects, but I do think that there is such a thing as too many environmental effects. Honestly, the only time my PC seemed to have trouble was with all the shifting environmental effects, because the weather would change, you know, every so many minutes. It was a good chunk of time. It was like 10, 15 minutes, you know, before the weather would change. It's not like it was changing every freaking moment of, you know, whatever. So it was a pretty steady experience all around. I did like that there was monsters that only showed up when the weather was a certain way. So we got to see that in play, which was actually pretty exciting. Like I said, I'm not going to mention monsters. As far as the monsters that were fought, they did have a really good balance of difficulty. You did have 1 through 4 in difficulty. So, it was actually pretty nice, all things considered. Come over here. Come on. Come on. Come over here. Come over here. I wish that they wouldn't focus on the freaking palicos, but whatever. Oh, now you're focused on me? Okay, cool. Nice. Why don't you come over here, since you're so focused on me? Come on. Over here. Come on, over here. Just land. No, don't do your stupid ice blight. Just land. Come over here. Whatever, I'll just blind you instead. One thing I did like a lot was how they have kind of switched up, like, how certain things function, especially, like, insects. So obviously, a lot of the items were the same. Okay, you're not gonna find like all these foreign new things that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to use that. If you've played World, then you essentially will know how to play Wilds. Instinctively, you will know how to play Wilds. It is not complicated in that regard. Here we go. But yeah, it's not complicated in that regard. The main thing is there's going to be some things that you're going to like pick up and you're going to be like, well, that's not how it was before. But it's essentially just the same thing. I don't know why they made these changes. I guess, for instance, one of the things, which I don't really consider this a spoiler, one of the things I noticed was with the thunderbugs and stuff. So I was picking up like thunderbugs and bitterbugs, and instead of just giving you the bugs, you would just get essence of the thunderbug. I was actually kind of worried at first, because I was worried that you kind of like, that they had introduced RNG with the insects and that you had to do so many gatherings before getting like pure insects or something. That is not the case. That's just what they call these stupid things now. Like, again, I don't really understand the need for this change. I don't understand why this whole thing was like changed or whatever, when really just picking up bugs is not really that big of a deal. So, when you do capture them in the net, though, they are still just bugs. You don't just get the essence. So, I mean, I guess it works to an extent. It's just, you know, like I said, it was just kind of a weird design choice that I didn't really understand. The cooking animations are really as good as everybody says they are. They are freaking fantastic. The only thing I didn't really care for was how it felt like my characters were having like a full-on, you know, freaking orgasm while eating. Which, I mean, I get it. Sometimes the food just be that good, but I felt like it was a little bit over the top. Personally. I don't think I have. No, I don't. Thought maybe I had some bombs, but I don't. But yeah, so really that was the only thing that was a little bit odd. Whoa! Hello. That was, can you come back here? Like, please? Okay. Whatever. Get... Dude, if you're gonna... like, stay... I guess just stay up there, dude. Like, if you're gonna be up here, just stay up here. I know that some people, like I said, were having issues with bugs. I honestly didn't experience bugs unless it came to the environmental effects. Because there's just some of them where the monster models really struggle. Like the shifting, like, sands and stuff, I think the monsters, like, freaking struggle. But that really is, like, I don't know how to explain it. I think that that's kind of to be expected because I feel like they were just doing way too much in this regards, at least so soon when the game's not even really finished. At least I would assume it's not even finished yet, since they still have, you know, months before release. So yeah, it's just, it really is one of those things where I hope that there's a lot more refinement. I kind of had, like, I heard mixed things about whether PlayStation 5 was suffering more, or whether PC was suffering more with issues. Anyways, the character creator is literally everything I've ever wanted. In a Monster Hunter game. I actually really, really like the style. I actually like it a lot more. Even though World does look amazing, don't get me wrong. I feel like this character creator was just so much better. Some people were saying that they didn't really like the art style, or that the art style, like, made everything look, like, really grainy or blurry. Honestly, I think that this game in general, like, even World, looks grainy and blurry. So I think it's just, it really just comes down to settings. I mean, it has to. That's the only thing I can really think. So, But yeah, that's the only thing I can really think is that it would have to come down to your settings or what your PC can handle. At least that's my opinion on it. But I didn't think that the art style was, like, in any way bad. But again, that is personal opinion, and, you know, maybe some people don't like it. And like I said, it's hard to... Go away, Vespoid. But it's hard to say, because again, I don't know these people that are having these opinions. I don't know if maybe they're just used to classic Monster Hunter, or maybe, you know, their PC was struggling, and maybe they had to make a whole bunch of, you know, changes to their settings in order to get it to work. Like, I really just don't know the situation, so it's really hard to say. All the monsters that I fought, though, were actually really fun to fight. I know that some people have already picked out, like, their favorites and their least favorites. I would say I did have one that was a least favorite, I guess you could call it. I wasn't, like, a fan of it just because of the way that it fights. Because I'm not a fan of anything that can, dig. So that was a pain in the ass. But it wasn't unplayable. It was actually pretty cool. There were a lot more things going on than I expected. And like I said, the length of the demo, which some people I know had an issue with. Oh, come on, lady. I just want to get to the freaking monster. Whoa. The length of the demo I actually thought was really nice. I think it showcased just enough to be effective. And after I played the beta, I actually did pre-order, because up until that point, I had not pre-ordered. So, I had not bothered. Man, by the time I get to this damn thing, it's gonna be at full fucking health. Like, why does it take so long to get to this damn creature? Hope everybody's enjoying the panty shot, I guess, of my character wearing this ugly-ass dress. Jesus Christ, this climb. This thing is just sleeping away. Gosh. Like I said, this thing's gonna be at full fucking health, just because. I guess another thing I really liked was that they actually, you know, showcased not only regular monsters, but that there was an apex monster of the area. Now, I haven't gotten freaking far enough in world to know if there is such a thing like that here, like where there's just an apex of the area and that's just a common occurrence. I mean, I'm sure that there is, with everything going on in this game. I'm sure that that's like a normal thing. God. But like I said, I do like that that was something that they showcased. They basically were like, hey, we have this really awesome monster, but they are really tough, and they only show up at this time. And people were able to freaking take it on by themselves. I mean, I give them props for that, because knowing that fight and knowing that they only give you, like, the one freaking weapon, like, the one type of weapon, I should say, that was kind of... That fight would have been, like, crazy. I know my friend said he fought that monster by himself, and they only gave you 30 minutes to fight it, and it literally took him 29. And I would consider him a better player than me in most of the time. I'm not going to say all the time, because I don't necessarily agree with that, but just because I am that type of person. Just pinged it on its freaking...
Now we can get to the base of the Rotten Vale.
Just freaking pinged it by its tail, and it just died. How embarrassing. How embarrassing. But anyways, yeah, no, it was actually a pretty fun fight. I think I fought it 4 times, and out of the 4 times that I fought it, I only won twice, and that was with multiple people. So it's not a fight to scoff at. It was actually pretty challenging, pretty fun. it was nice getting to know all the monsters' moves and stuff. And that's really kind of the point my friend was making in replaying the beta over and over again. He was like, yeah, I mean, don't you want to memorize these monsters? But I kind of like just keeping it fresh too, you know? I don't really see the need to, I guess, memorize everything, you know? Like I said, I want some of it to be new when the game actually releases, so... You know, it's just one of those things. But yeah, I didn't actually, like, if those of you that watch my thing, I didn't even make my typical character. Look at that ending screen, you know, just hitting, I almost said hitting it on the tip. Ah! I cracked myself up. Gosh. Nice. That actually was not a bad fight, all things considered. Into the deep. Nice. New upgrade level is now available for armor. Oh, thank God. So maybe I can just... I don't know. Maybe I can finally get the items I need to make my Rathlos armor.
How incredible.
You truly are impressive. Thanks. Now our airship will make its descent to the lower depths of the Rotten Vale. Just say the word when you're ready. Well, I mean...
The time has come. Let's head down to the bottom of the vale.
I want to say, I mean, I guess let's go. I mean, I have to go anyways.
Now's the time.
Let's try this again. Ready to make your descent to the depths of the Rotten Vale? I mean, yeah. I suppose we need to find a place safe enough for you to depart and suitable for camp. There you shall resume your search for Zora Magdaros. And do not forget my request. You must think deeply. What is the Rotten Vale? I look forward to hearing what you come up with. Well then, off we go. New World Settler. Establish 5 camps. I established 5 camps like a long ass time ago. Because I've been doing all the optional stuff. Like, every bit of it. So, because I want as many freaking buffs and stuff as I can.
Traces of Zora Magdaros down here somewhere.
Maybe.
I have a feeling I know what the Rotten Vale is.
A graveyard? Because that's what it feels like to me. Okay, so... I really do hate these Halloween costumes. I'm so sorry to anybody that actually likes them. I think they are hideous, and I don't like them at all. I don't know why I'd be going up, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go this way. Hiya! Whoa, 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 whoa. I say, I want as many herbs and stuff as I can get. Bright moss. Don't want that. Why is there a cave over here? I want to see what this is, because that looks interesting. I mean, it must be a freaking transportation area. Oh, I should have managed my items too, but I didn't. That's a me bad, that's a my bad. Okay, these are walls that could be scaled. This is the huts. There has to be like an entry somewhere. I'm guessing it's... Oh! Secrets. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Ugh! Okay, so it is a secret tunnel. Interesting. What am I even looking for, though? Like, that's what I'm wondering. Like, what am I actually looking for? Well, I know it's evidence of Zora Magdaros, so, like, don't answer that, but, like, I'm just saying, like, where the fuck is that supposed to be? Okay, so this was where we originally ran into Radobon. And I bet you... Yep, there he is. There's Radobon. The angry dude that is not bound to leave us alone at any point. Okay, let's see here. I know that they want us to go to the deepest depths where the effluvium is. And I already slayed a Great Gyros. Ooh, mystery monster? I bet you the mystery monster, it's either a Great Gyros or it is freaking what's it? It's Oh god. Is it Odogaron? Is that its name? Again, I feel like I've kind of been spoiled by some of the monsters, only because I play Monster Hunter now. I feel like this wouldn't even... Oh. Radobon's gonna come this way. Move out of the way, I don't want to deal with Radobon. Like, please, just move. Can I collect these bones while he's not paying attention? Sturdy Bone. Monster Bone S. Okay, so I still don't have what I want as far as, like, bones, because I need Monster Bone Plus. Okay, so here's where the Effuvium is. And here's where all the spooky monsters are. So, there's that at least. Okay, this goes up. I don't necessarily want to go up. Like, I kind of want to do the opposite because I want to go down. So it feels like the Great Vale, or not the Great Vale, the Rotten Vale, it feels like... Yep, Great Gyro. Well, no, that's Great Gyro's footprints. So yeah, the other one has to be Odogaron, because that's the only one I don't actually, like, have. As far as, like, what the Rotten Vale is, I feel like it's like a fungus. It's a disease, right? Like, this is, like... yeah. Look, the scout flies. Where? Can you explain? If you ride a monster here, we'll try to capture it. Okay, that's cool. Okay, anyways. Look, the scout flies, and then it pings something, like, super far away. Neat. I can't actually scale this wall, so I'm gonna have to go around. Anywho. But no, I feel like this Effuvium, or whatever it is, which I assume is Effuvium, I feel like... it, how do I get to that? Oh, that's a Great Gyros. How do I get to that zone? Up this way? Because my scout flies aren't, they're not guiding me right now. Oh, I don't even have my ghillie suit. So I'm gonna have to go past Radobon. Like, what do you want me to do? It says it's clearly something, like, down and around this area, right? Right? Ow! You bastard. Or is it up here? No, it says this way? This way. Okay. Now they're doing their job. Really? I just went through here, though. Okay. Oh no, underwater cave. Dragonfell berry, which are actually very useful. Mining outcrops, equally useful. Whoa, what the fuck is that? Light crystal? That's new. Probably should have stopped by camp. Can I get monster plus bones? No? Okay.
The traces, but...
The traces, but... I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Like, what the hell?
I know we've reached the bottom. But what happened to Zora Magdaros? There's no place else for it to go. I think we should split up and look.
Why does she sound like she's underwater? Every time she moves, a monster attacks. Alright, buddy. We're doing this. Ugh. Ew! It's like some Resident Evil monster. Are we gonna pick up a scatter nut? No, but somebody else is. Oh no, is she gonna die? I know she's hitting it with dung bombs, but like...
Don't stop! Keep going!
Don't get killed, dude.
No, she can't hold that thing off. We've got to help her. I hope she's okay.
I'm gonna adjust my shit though first. No, I don't care.
You can change your weapons and armor here. Make
Yeah,
sure you're always prepped and ready for what comes next.
I'm trying to be. I am actually trying to be, though you make it very hard when you're talking to me. Honestly, I have most everything I need already,
You can
which...
use the item box to manage your inventory.
Yep, I'm aware. Thank you for that, though. Alright, so that was Odageron. So we're gonna go this way. I don't think I need to eat again, since we are kind of, like, on the same sort of quest. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and... I've been using SOS flares more often, even though I don't really get a lot of people that respond. So, I mean, it's nice when I do get people, but it's obviously not necessary. So, it's just nice to have that option that, you know, somebody can join in, help me wall up on a monster, and then it'd be really nice. I don't know what Odageron's weak to, so there's that. Whoa. Hey, where's the old lady, though? Whoa, you are fast, sir. Oh, its mouth! Oh my gosh. I do not want to fight it in a corridor. But yeah, the Rotten Vale is not only just a graveyard, it kind of reminds me of the elephant graveyard from Lion King. It's not only just a graveyard, it is like... To me, it kind of feels like it's being run by spores or vapors that, like, mutates monsters and changes them into something else. So, like, at least that's, like, the hint I'm getting from it, because it seems like... But it does seem like monsters literally just come here to die. But obviously there are some types of monsters that thrive from that. Which, I mean, more power to them, I guess. I need to really upgrade my stuff, though, because, like, this sharpness is just really horrid. Yeah, that's right. Now, I know that I actually ran into Odageron when I was fighting, frickin', the Great Heroes, which was an optional quest. Oh, the bleeding. I forgot about the bleeding. You have to, like, hold still and crouch, but this thing does not give you a moment to do that. Am I good? Am I good? Okay. That's a really interesting mechanic, too, the bleeding. Like, holding still for a while, so that almost, like, pretty much mandates that you use the ghillie suit at some point, or at least use the environment to get away from a monster. I wonder what Odageron's, like, stuff's like, too. Tier. I don't know if they're a weapon, or if they're an armor, or if they're both. I always found it kind of weird that, monsters couldn't be a little bit of, like, some monsters don't have both. They're either just a weapon or armor. Sometimes they're both, but very, very few times is it actually both. Oh, stop with your roaring. Stop throwing a hissy fit. Okay, before any of that, I'm actually going to do this. Okay, now we can go after Odogaron, because they didn't even go that far, so I mean, I ain't gonna fret about it. Come on over here. Come on. Come here. Oh, you stupid fuck. Oh. Yeah, you stupid fuck. And you still got hit with it. You just stood there for a minute, and you still walked into it. I can't even be mad. Oh, man. Like I said, it's kind of awkward to be playing this, like, right after Halloween and still have the Halloween stuff on. I mean, at least there's a layered armor, but I'm almost tempted to buy a layered armor just so that I can wear something else. Like, anything else. Just until I get better armor and then I can take the layered armor off. Like, that's how much I hate this, this armor set, so I might actually do that. If I don't get to upgrade some of my armor here soon. Tail is obviously extremely armored. So, like, while I want to cut off... There we go. I was like, well, I want to cut off the tail. I thought it was going to be a little bit more difficult, but I guess it's not. Why do I feel like the lady's probably still dead? I don't know. I think I've played too many traumatizing RPGs, and I'm just used to people dying. Oh my gosh. He fast. Honestly, given his moveset, I actually had kind of worried that Odogaron was kind of like just a reskin Tobi Kadachi, but a lot of people told me that he wasn't, and honestly, seeing that now, I'm actually kind of happy that he seems to be his own sort of thing. You gonna run again? No? Whoa, whoa. Whoa. You are very fast. At least get this while I have the chance. Nice. Nice. Oh man, I thought I almost had that. Whoa. Come on, get up. Whoa, I don't mean to keep doing that. I'm trying to actually roll away. Whoa. Okay. I'm really starting to miss the fact that there was a mount, you know? I never once took the Palamute and stuff for granted, but damn, like, definitely missing it right now. That is for sure. Now I know a lot of people, were actually kind of curious about, like, the mount in the beta. I'm not gonna go, like, too much in depth, but it is a lot harder to control than what I thought it was going to be. I'm actually kind of disappointed by that, because I had been hoping that it was gonna be just as, like, smooth and whatnot as the Palamute. It's not, at least not to me anyways. I do hope that this is something that they end up refining, in the future. But, you know, whether they do or not, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's useful. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a useful mechanic. It's a useful mount to have, but it's really just not my favorite by any means. I wish that there was better, like, that it had been done better. But like I said, that's just personal opinion. Ooh, ouchie. yeah, I forgot. I'm in the effluvium. Come on. Okay. The one time I'm just like, come at me, bro, and he's like, nah. He's like, no, thanks. I'm good here. Man, this thing just... I mean, I could... Oh, God, bleeding. Of course. Just don't mind me, I'm just gonna stare at the spider web until I stop bleeding. Okay, where did he go? Hopefully I can get out of the effluvium now. I know I should sharpen again, but like I'm kind of hoping that he's almost dead. Like, is that bad? Oh, over here. But yeah, as far as the mount goes, like I said, I wish it was better. I had higher hopes for it. It's not terrible, it's just definitely not my favorite by any means. I miss the Palamute. I feel like the Palamute was just a lot better. But... I could just catch this thing and call it a day. But I really just don't want to. Because I know it's almost dead, so like... I mean, yeah, it's desperate, but it's nearly dead. That quick strike that I think causes that bleeding, which is just crazy to me. Yeah, it's the nails, that's why they showcased it in the fucking thing, probably. Ooh. Kinda hard to fight a monster when you can't see him. Whoa! Where are you going, my guy? You're just all over the damn place. Man, these tiny arenas, they're not doing me no favors. Ooh, come on, get up. Yeah, I should have sharpened, but... just distract him for a minute, I guess. Oh, that was bad on my part. Oh, I'm gonna cart. There ain't no way. Yeah, I'm too stuck. And I'm stun locked on top of that, so... Actually, he helped me, so... Alright. Not a bad deal. I got super lucky there. Alright. So, Odogaron is a pain in the ass. If nobody's ever told you that before. I know some people said that they were super scared of him the first time they saw him. Like as a monster or whatever. Now I know that there's another Paratoad. Right around here, actually. Come get me, bro. Come on. Come on. There you go. Thank you. Toads are OP. Like, even in Rise, toads are OP. Ain't even gonna complain. Ain't gonna complain. There you go. Take that. You piece of shit. Oh my god. Turn around, please. I was like, oh god, am I gonna hit it or not? Ooh. Yeah, I'm on my way. Goodness. Ooh, an Ordegaron plate? Nice. I love it when I see those sparkles. But that's the thing, like, if he doesn't have anything good, like, as far as, like, weapons and stuff, like, then that plate's basically useless. It's like me getting an Emaldron plate, you know? I don't use anything regarding, like, Emaldron, like, at all. So it's just kind of pointless, you know? Might Seed? I'll take that, thank you. Thank you very much. There's all these bones over here, right? Well, herbs anyways. And bone pile. At least get some bones, you know? Never know when you're gonna need it. Alright. That wasn't actually half bad. I feel like I'm doing so well probably because of the pendant, but at the same time, like, hey, I mean, I logged in during Halloween.
Where is she? I thought she'd be with you. I'm going out for another look.
No, you're not.
Hey, Granny!
You're okay. I was scared to death.
All right, easy, easy. I'm just glad that you're not hurt. Thank you. I was planning to hide until it moved on, but, well, you saved me the trouble. Now, that's enough. Now, we had a deal, don't you remember? Did you learn all you could about the Vale? Now tell me everything. What did you feel out there?
I think the Vale is where the monsters come to die. It's their graveyard, and this whole land is a vast ecosystem revolving around it.
Yeah. Come on.
Yep, that's pretty much what I thought. But some of the monsters,
The Vale is where monsters
I
come
felt
to
like there
rest.
was a fungus or something.
They sense the end and make their way here. Their bodies become nutrients that feed the Coral Highlands. From death rises new life, which after a cycle returns to the Vale to die again.
Poor Ryan.
It's an ecological marvel. One that easily dwarfs any I have ever seen.
Yeah.
But, have you really considered the important question?
What's that?
Who's at the heart of it? What monster could serve as the nutrients for a system this large? What's the mystery behind the Elder Crossing? You know the answer.
They die here.
Bingo! An Elder's death is the catalyst. The Vale is Zora Magdaros' resting place. Or at least it should be. The clues are all here, but Zora is nowhere to be found.
It was drawing in energy, storing it as it moved on. Was it trying to deliver it somewhere?
I don't know. But I know who might. The first Wyverians have lived here much longer than us. Seek them out. Look, it's raining light. only I could live another 300 years. Maybe that would be just long enough to see the end of this changing of the guard. Friends, you go finish this. I want to stay here a while longer. See what death has to give and light has to bring.
I like her as a character, honestly. Like, she's really freaking cool. So it's kind of sad that she's old, because, you know, this will probably be her resting place, too. This is a really beautiful game, though. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Nice. I'm just getting achievements all day long, huh? And we're making good progress, which is nice. Good work with your field reports on the Coral Highlands and the Rotten Vale. If our tracker and the Third's Master both agree about the Rotten Vale, then we can safely assume that the Elder Dragon's graveyard, that's the Elder Dragon's graveyard, so to speak. We should start focusing the Commission's efforts there. The question is where Zora Magdaros has gone, if it's not in the graveyard anymore. And the first Wyverians may be able to answer that question. I looked into it, and the closest sighting of the first Wyverians was in the ancient forest. Head out there on an expedition to see if you can track them down, because unfortunately we're running out of time.
The first Wyverians might be able to tell us where Zora Magdaros is.
Alright. Okay, well, phew. Oh, it puts my weapon up on display. Nice. I didn't even notice that. Anyways, let me see. I got more wigglers. So I want to place my pets. There we go. Look at that. So cute. I thought I had more end danglers than that, but I guess not. But look at these guys. They're so cute. Anyways. So that's all I got for this episode. Thank you guys so much. You know, I've been enjoying this series, and I hope to continue it and get much farther than I have. It's just, like I said, I took a minute, you know, for the beta. I really wanted to play that. And like I said, it was excellent. Like, if you haven't done the open beta, it's only open until tomorrow. So by the time I upload this, it'll probably be nearly done, and you might not actually get to play it. But if you've had a chance to play it, like, I'm interested to know what you think. Because honestly, I've had a blast with it, and I really haven't had that many issues. And it really gives me hope of what Wilds is to bring. But yeah, so if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like. Leave a comment if you have any tips, tricks, advice. I'm not really sure how far I am in this game, because like I said, I'm already HR 5. Not really sure how far it goes as far as the campaign before we get into the DLC stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for your continued support on this channel, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, ciao you guys.